What's up guys and welcome back to my booktube channel. Today we are going to be doing a book review for The Serpent Shadow. So let's get started. It's going to be a spoiler book review, so yeah. And start off with our new characters. Well, not really new characters, but we meet new characters. We meet Lacey and Drew, and they appear at the when they're at their little party. And guess who also appears? Anubis. But Shu also appears, and he says that they can no longer see each other, even though they were never dating in the first place. But like now, they can never date. Oh my gosh! When I tell you, I was super excited when I read that. I was just overfilled with joy. Even though Sadie had a little thing to say about it, but I was just so happy. Like, yay! You guys are not gonna see each other ever. Huh? Think it, cause it's wrong. Did you actually really think you guys were gonna be able to date Sadie? Like, really? He's a 5,000-year-old god. You're a mortal. A 13-year-old mortal. Absolutely not. Okay. And we know that Walt is still dying. Really, really sad. But he still gets dragged on missions because he wants to. So, yeah. He's not going to prolong his deaths. And they know that he's probably not going to survive to see Aphopis rise. And Anubis, and Walt have a little thing going on behind Sadie's back. They're talking to each other and stuff about stuff. And we'll find out they're actually talking to each other about like merging together and becoming one. I'm still very confused about that. Like, is Anubis and Walt, are they like one, like together, they're one person? Or is like Anubis, no, is Walt hosting Anubis? Because it seems like they're one together, but again, they might be hosting. And it was because when he went in the door, it showed that Anubis was in Walt's place. But when they were hosting gods, and Sadie looked in the door, she saw what's his name? Horus in the place of Carter. So I'm still very confused about that. I think I need to do some more research about that because I don't understand it. But again, this is the last book. A lot of stuff is happening. Aphopis is rising. They need to find a way to defeat him. But we found out they kind of have a way to defeat him. They made this Shabtai of Aphopis. And there's way more attacks coming. And what's her name again? The evil lady. She's like the evil magician. Sarah Jacoby. That's her name. Jacoby. I'm not sure if her name is Sarah, but I know her name is Jacoby. Last name is Jacoby. She is so annoying. She's really, really annoying. She's horrible. And we found out they've actually been talking to Aphopis, and they've been like giving into chaos and stuff like that. So they're actually working with Aphopis instead of working against Aphopis like they've been saying. They've been getting the other magicians to turn away from Amos, the chief lector. And speaking of Amos, we find out that he's actually hosting Set again. He's actually going to try to host Set again to give him a boost of power because there's no way they could defeat Jacoby and the rogue magicians and Aphopis by themselves without the gods' help. So, yeah. But the other, like, as you can probably tell, probably guess, Sadie and Carter did not like when they find out that Amos is going to be trying to host Set. But it actually turns out it works in the end. Amos is kind of controls Set. Well, at least he makes Set not kill anyone, so I guess that counts as controlling Set. But yeah, it kind of worked out in the end, and Horus and Carter merged again, and Isis and Sadie also merged again. And Walt is actually, again, I already talked about Walt. Jazz is fine. Cleo, again, we'll get a little more about Cleo, you know, the librarian girl, I guess. I don't really see anything else. Oh, right, her Russian friend. What's his name again? Can't remember his name, but he came to help Sadie. He also appeared at the dance to help Sadie. And at the end, when he was like dying, I guess, that was just really sad. Cause like he's grown on me as a character. I usually like the sad characters a lot. But in this one, I like the main characters more. But again, I still really liked him. He was a pretty good character. He risked his life against Jacoby, trying to find the way of the gods. and he went and he chose to help them because he believed that the Canes were not evil, even though Jacoby and Kai were telling them, Kai, whatever, was telling them that they were. So that was very brave of him. He was a pretty good character, and yeah, I'm glad he didn't end up dying. And Carter and Zia get together. They actually end up splitting up. Not splitting up. Sadie and Walt go somewhere, and Zia and Carter go some otherwhere. Also, about Zia, she's actually hosting Raw. Yeah, so that's why Eskandar hid her away, because she has been hosting Raw. So I kind of saw that coming. I didn't really, but like it was kind of obvious. There were a lot of clues there. She said though she's like hosting Raw, and plus she's a fire elementalist. I think that's the word. So that kind of ties together. And the whole thing with like Raw and Zia being one, but Carter wanted to say goodbye to Zia, but like he couldn't kiss Zia because that'd be like kissing Raw too, and that would just be weird. So that was funny, but it was also weird. I felt so bad for Carter. Like I literally like felt the cringe and how uncomfortable it was like through the pages. And also, Demigods and Magicians, there's a lot of foreshadowing and stuff like that, that there's going to be like a crossover between Percy Jackson and the Olympians and the Kane Chronicles. There's a lot of foreshadowing, like they said that they need to check out, like towards the end, Sadie said that she needs to check out they're going to check out some unexplainable magic near Long Island. And also, Carter said that he sometimes would see a flying horse, I think. But I think that's what you said. But yeah, you did see a flying horse. They actually called Pegasus, and that was probably Blackjack. He said a black figure that was like a horse flying or something like that. I don't remember the exact words, but yeah. Yeah, I was like really excited when I read that. I was like, oh my gosh, that's Blackjack. So yeah, I'm really excited to read Demigods and Magicians and Magnus Chase and the Trials of Apollo, and my upcoming videos going to be about those series. First I'm going to do a video like ranking and all my complaints about this book, but again also stuff I loved about it, because I can't just do a ranking video because there's only 3 books. So I'm going to do like some of my complaints I had about this book and some of the stuff I really loved about these series. Not about this book, the series. And yeah, that's it for the Serpent Shadow book review. I hope you guys enjoyed this book review and enjoyed coming with me on this journey with this whole new characters. They're not even part of the Camp Half-Blood Chronicles. Well, not technically, they have a little crossovers, but they're not part of the Camp Half-Blood Chronicles. But I still love these characters so much, especially Carter and the ships. Well, not the ships, but like one ship, Carter and Zia, I fully shipped, and I love them so much. And I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys will see me in my next video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications so you'll never miss a video when I upload. And I will see you guys in my next video, which is going to be a ranking. Bora!